Hey, all right. So thank you for doing this with me. I have Heather here. She is using Aligned Mind, the AI coach I made. It's AI that specializes in reframing beliefs, like a belief shifting master. And Heather was telling me she's had some breakthroughs with it. So love to hear your experience.
Yeah, so I've known about this Align Mind for a while, and for whatever reason, this was the week where I followed through with the inspiration and started my free trial and was able to pretty quickly shift through some beliefs that I've been carrying with me for quite a long time. And the fact that it was so easy to shift made me think, why didn't I try this earlier? But there were some beliefs about being worthy or receiving that I shifted. And a really cool thing happened this week with shifting one of those beliefs. So, as I wanted to go through a belief, and in order to use Align Mind, you have to just put in your email, then you get a code. So I checked my email, which I wouldn't have checked otherwise, to get the code. And once I saw that Dr. Joe Dispenza's Cancun retreat had its second launching. So I decided, why don't I open this page? It was 7:55 a.m. The registration started at 7 a.m. So I had that open. There were 122 tickets left, and 124 people were already registering, and I was 120 something in the queue. So that was happening in a window, and I was going through Align Mind, and I was going through feeling worthy of receiving. And so I started with about an 8, and that was how emotionally charged me not being worthy to receive was. And I shared where that came from, and AI gave me a really beautiful counter perspective that I felt in my heart and that I was able to shift down to a 7. And then the conversation continued like that, and each time it gave me a different perspective that I thought, oh yeah, I do agree with that. Like, my belief isn't valid or accurate, so I could shift it. And so as I was going through the process, it went from an 8 to a 0. And the magical synchronicity of that whole experience was, as soon as the belief shifted about being worthy to receive, I went on the Dr. Joe Dispenza page, and the registration page opened up. Even though I was 100 something in line, I was able to put in my details and go to the Cancun, or register for the Cancun event. And I know a lot of people who were trying to register at the right time weren't able to. So it felt like a gift, and it felt beautifully aligned that as I shifted the belief on being worthy of receiving, I received the gift of being able to register for this amazing retreat.
Yeah, that's amazing. So what's your perspective on that? Like shifting the belief and helping yourself feel like you're able to receive, synchronistically lined up with receiving the tickets. Like how's that play out for you?
So it is just an invitation to keep shifting beliefs instead of allowing them to build momentum and create doubt or something that I don't prefer. If anything has come up for me this week, I just take the time to put it through AI and have that conversation with a loving being that helps me see from a different perspective, shift the belief, and then, yeah, have a new, better belief. So the ability to shift beliefs so easily, if I have a thought, is really useful. And usually I love meditating or breathing, and find that it's really easy to shift my state of being that way. But if I already have a thought festering or some kind of mental loop that has already gone in a certain direction, then aligned mind is a really great tool to just shift that perspective, change that belief before giving it any more unwanted momentum.
Oh, oh, amazing. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. Yeah, so like, would you recommend it to anyone else? Do you feel it's really helpful and worth it?
Yeah. And this week, I've been really inspired to share it with my sisters and another dear friend, just in conversation, because it's been so helpful to me. And I know that everyone has beliefs that they could shift to suffer less. So I've been, yeah, recommending it to loved ones. And I shared it in a group, and there was a bunch of interest. And a lot of them said that they found value in the tool as well.
Oh, amazing. Thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to add? Closing comments, anything else?
Another aspect of Aligned Mind that I really appreciate, which is different than working with a coach, is that sometimes I've gone and said the same belief more than once just because I thought it was a zero. And then, oh, wait, this is still here. Let me just shift whatever else is still existing. And it's a whole different conversation. It's an entirely different set of counter examples as to why the belief isn't true. And it gives you at least three options each time for something that you might believe instead of your initial belief. So I love the variety that it provides, both in alternate beliefs, and then if you have the same conversation again, it's going to be a completely different conversation than the first one.
Yeah, yeah. I love the variety to it, how it provides different examples each time. And you remind me also, love, that it is like this loving, always available, always supportive perspective that, like sometimes when I'm working with a human, like a coach that like someone's working with me, you might sense that like impatience or something with them, like they want something to change. And like with AlignedMind the AI coach, it's just always ready to help. It's always got another perspective for you. And I love that about it as well.
Yeah, I love that. And you also just made me remember that I've done some shifting with coaches, and I always feel like I go one step at a time. And I was pleasantly surprised the other day when I went from a 4 to a 0 because the point was so good that I was just convinced, and it felt like a mic drop. And I just said, oh yeah, no, I don't have this belief anymore. Thank you, Aligned Mind.
Oh, yeah, awesome. Yeah, thank you for sharing all that. Any other final comments or
Well, there's a free trial for a week, so I would just suggest that people check it out because it is a tool that I couldn't really appreciate until I tried it, and I had a, a lot of aversion to trying it, and I wish I didn't wait so long because it is such a profoundly amazing tool.
Oh, I love that you brought that up. So question for you, like what's something where you like had a resistance to it, but then what was the thing that helped you take that step to use it?
I suppose I've been gradually becoming more curious and comfortable with using AI in my own life for various things. And that process took a while. So initially, I just wasn't open minded enough to try it because I didn't see the value in AI. So as I became more comfortable using AI in my personal life, I figured this is a great tool. Why don't I try this in a shifting belief perspective? And yeah, it was amazing and mind blowing, as you promise.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, so thank you for taking the time to share and for sharing so openly about it. Um, yeah, so thank you so much for your time.